since it's more international cooking, we're gonna go a little bit into like the Southeast Asia. It's called like a red curry, red lentil curry. So we're gonna cook some lentils and we're gonna mix it with steamed potato, sweet potato. So these are what we're gonna do. So I have some yellow lentils. You can do red or yellow lentils. I use like a cup, but then this is a sweet potato. I already steamed it, whole thing, and I just peeled it. I'm gonna mash it, and that's what it's gonna be. And there's a lot of spices in here. Obviously, we have an onion, we have ginger, we have turmeric, we have cumin, and the smoky paprika, and a little bit of tomato paste. So there's a couple of steps we're going to do here. Step number one is going to do an infused oil. I have a pan here. You can't see it because it's like see-through, but it has like 3 tablespoons of oil. This is vegetable oil, like a neutral oil. It's actually safflower. It can be vegetable, just not olive oil, because olive oil may be a little too strong, because you'll see what we want. We want to give a lot of spices. We're going to infuse this oil. This is what I call something which we call infusing oil, like for seasoning at the end. So here's my ginger. I'm gonna get like maybe like this much, like not even half an inch of a little bit of a knob. So, and I have a couple of garlics here. So let me just peel it all the way through. Nice clean ginger. So the good thing about all these spices are there are a lot of antioxidants for you, which is great for your body. A lot of things we've always said. And also here's another friend of the ginger, turmeric. Turmeric is another, it looks like, if you ever had the fresh version, it looks like ginger, but it's yellow and it definitely stains your fingers. It's one of the bases for like many curries. And that also gives it the yellow color. So we're gonna, for this one, you do want to do a really small mince of the ginger. And I'm gonna actually use this a little bit, almost like twice. You can do this infused oil and use it in the refrigerator in a small like glass bottle and with a lid, and keep it for 5 days or so, and then you can use it in many things. I would even use it if I'm doing like the rice and beans that Sam did. Put a little bit of it in as you saute all the peppers and onions and the garlic and all the things that she did. Anyway, so but make sure it's really, really small size. That's our ginger. To that, I'm going to start chopping the garlic. This is like 2 cloves. They're going to go together. So we're just going to chop it. If you ever have a little bit of like a green little piece of the garlic, you can remove it. And continue chopping. Now I'm going to chop everything together. These are my, what we call it, like the fresh spices in here. Oh, they're so fragrant. And as I told you, I have it in a pan. I'm warming up the oil, the 3 tablespoons of oil. I was going to use all of it. That's why I can have some left over that I can use later for something else. Also like a fried rice, that would be a great base for that flavor oil that we're doing. But yeah, go ahead and chop as best you can. This will be real fragrant. Okay, so then we're gonna go ahead, and this is our pan with the oil. I'm gonna go and put all these spices, the ginger and the garlic in there. So it's not very hot yet. It's gonna start, I want to infuse it. So definitely don't want to burn the garlic or the ginger. So as much as you can in a lower heat, this doesn't have a lot of control. And to this, we're gonna add like a 1/4 teaspoon of the turmeric that I was telling you about. And also a 1/4 teaspoon of the smoked paprika. and a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, ground cumin. So see all these spices, you have them in your, I'm sure you have them in your stove. So just have them, see how that's starting to get it this beautiful color. Ooh, I love it. So we're gonna just let it cook for a little bit. While this cooks in a low heat, I wanna start getting the other ingredients for you see that beautiful color? So now this is where the spices come alive with the oil as it starts heating up. So half an onion here. We are going to small dice as much as we can. Doesn't have to be very small. This is what we're gonna use for cooking I'm going it all the way through. It doesn't have to be perfect, this one. So these ones will basically melt as we cook the lentil. I'm gonna show you quickly the oil. So now it's gotten into like a little simmering. So it's getting really fragrant. Oh, I forgot I'm gonna add a pinch of salt in here. Move it away from the heat. I don't want it cooking and cooking and cooking. This is how it's infusing this oil really good. So this is like literally golden liquid. That is really good. So I'm gonna move it out. And then I'm gonna have my pan. This is where I'm going to add my onions. Here's my onion, white onion, yellow onion, anything that works. So what I'm gonna do is, I have vegetable stock here that I made. This is actually a very simple stock with a lot of, actually I had a lot of celery, so I did a lot of celery in it. So I'm gonna use like about half a cup of the lentils. So I'm gonna go ahead and put maybe like a cup of the stock directly in there. Let me finish this onion. So I put the heat on. I'm gonna add my onions right there. And then, so anytime you're working with the red lentils, make sure you rinse them really well as best you can. I have my strainer here. I'm gonna go to the sink and just rinse it really well. They can be a little bit, they literally get sticky. It's just part of like their natural flour. So you just need to rinse them well. It helps if you rinse it in the colander like I'm doing. You'll see that they don't, the liquid that comes out should be kind of as clear as possible. And I'm gonna go and add these here. Make sure to add all of them. So these ones will cook quite fast. They really, surprising, either red or yellow like this, they will cook in really no time. Maybe like once it starts simmering, give it about 15 or 20 minutes, and then they should be soft. So we're gonna start there. And then to that, I'm gonna add like about a tablespoon of tomato puree. This is like concentrated. This is actually double concentrated, so it is gonna give a nice color to it. Just add that there. So how we're doing all the veggies now we're going to put for it to serve it. So I have this red pepper. So what I'm gonna do is, because we're gonna serve it with crudité. So first what I'm gonna do, so remember, remove all the innards of the pepper in one go. So this I'm gonna cut into strips, just like this. And this I'm gonna use for serving, because this is like a nice chunky spread. So that's good, so I'll use that. But so I'm gonna have like a couple of these little guys, like top and bottom. So by all means, I'm gonna cut them a little smaller in dicing. And I'm gonna add them directly to my lentils, because why not? We have it, and we're gonna serve it with it, so it makes sense. So I'm gonna go here. So I just wanna show you quickly again our infused oil with all the spices. So this is where I have a little bit, so I can do just like very little of it, but I'm gonna directly add it into my lentils. Just a little bit, because the point is this is the finishing oil that we're gonna use at the end. But, so there's my lentils. So they're gonna go, we're gonna cook them. We're gonna cover and cook. I wanted you to see the consistency of the lentils that I have. So here's my lentils that I cooked earlier. So see that consistency, they're pretty thick. So it really makes like a nice, really, so add some of those there, and then the sweet potato. And I'm going to use, you can use a fork or you could use a masher. I use a masher, a potato masher, either one works. And you're gonna, so here's where you decide the consistency that you want for this. A little bit. I'll use a fork just to mix it. So see how you're getting a lot of nutrients from the sweet potato, also from the red lentils. So it's up to you. We can add a couple more spoonfuls. Mix it. This is a good time when you give a little taste, and you can season with a little bit of salt and pepper. You see the consistency, so it's up to you how thick or you want. So this should be, it can be room temperature, or you can be slightly warm when you serve it. So then look how easy and fast it does. If it's a little thicker, or if you want a little thinner, you can add a little bit of vegetable stock too. But I like this consistency. So now I'm gonna show you how you serve it. So in this, we already have like a plate of crudités. What did I do? Some steamed green beans like that, some carrots, and the peppers that I was telling you about, just like that. So then we're going to put our platter, our bowl, and we're gonna serve it right in here. Just like that. And then it's nice. So you can also serve it with like pita bread, but obviously I like it with more veggies, more sense. And then this is how you just at the end go ahead and drizzle that delicious oil. So this, where you just drizzle it over like that. So it's really flavorful. I mean, it smells delicious. And that's it. So that's gonna be, and then you can save a little bit of the extra, but that's gonna just bring all this to a really nice, beautiful life for the spicing. And that's your red lentil and sweet potato puree. Other options you can do, you can use it a little thinner with as a soup. Serve it like, imagine this is in a soup, but it's like a lot thinner. And then you just add more vegetable stock to it. And then you still drizzle with the oil at the end. That works perfectly fine. But this one, obviously, that you're gonna just like go like that and try it. So hope you like it. I'm gonna try it and see how it goes. Bon appetit.